My mother took my $45,000 college fund for my sister's home, so I lived in my car when I was 18. My mother siphoned off my $45,000 college fund to secure a house for my sister, leaving me to sleep in my car. Now a millionaire, I confronted them years later, turning the tables in a moment of reckoning. That moment arrived when my sister, Veronica, and our mother, Margaret, stepped into the welcome party for my new $960,000 home, a testament to every sacrifice, every late night, and every ounce of effort I poured into building my IT empire. Yet a familiar unease gripped me as I saw the same calculating look in their eyes, the one I recognized from the night my world fell apart at 18. Growing up in Boston, our family seemed ordinary. Dad worked in finance, Mom managed a boutique, and we were two sisters with a golden retriever named Rusty. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. When I was 12, Dad left after a divorce that wasn't dramatic but set the stage for years of family chaos. Veronica, 3 years my senior, married Daniel, a wealthy investment banker. Their lavish wedding cost Mom over $50,000, money she didn't have, because, as she put it, a daughter's wedding happens only once. At 19, I juggled 2 jobs, attended community college, and scraped together funds for my bridesmaid dress. Then came Veronica's children, James, Freya, and Caleb. With each child, her sense of entitlement grew, and Mom always prioritized her, often at my expense. "Your sister has kids to feed," Mom would say. "What do you need money for? Books. Use the library." Meanwhile, I worked relentlessly, barista by morning, tutor by afternoon, data entry clerk on weekends. Sleep was a distant dream. Dad faded away after moving to Chicago and starting a new family. Mom made it hard for him to stay in touch, forgetting to pass on his calls or accidentally deleting his messages. Yet I pressed on. While Veronica posted idyllic family photos, I coded through the night, graduated top of my class, and pushed forward. Mom attended my high school graduation, but left early when Veronica called about James's slight fever. I never complained. I accepted it and vowed to forge my own path. What I didn't anticipate was how my 18th birthday would reshape everything, leading to a confrontation 14 years later. That birthday fell on a Tuesday, a rare night off from work. I wasn't expecting a grand celebration. Veronica and Daniel were expecting their 3rd child, monopolizing the family's attention. Still, turning 18 felt significant. I was an adult with partial scholarships to 3 universities. Returning home from tutoring, I found Mom and Veronica hunched over spreadsheets at the kitchen table, barely acknowledging me. "Lasagna's in the fridge," Mom muttered, eyes glued to the papers. Curious, I asked what they were working on. "Just sorting out finances," Mom replied. "Veronica and Daniel need a bigger house for Caleb's arrival." I nodded, used to these discussions, but then I froze. "Why do you have my college fund paperwork?" Veronica sighed. "We might as well tell her, Mom." Mom looked at me with that familiar expression, the one signaling I'd have to sacrifice for the family again. "Lena, we need to talk about your college plans." With Veronica expecting, they need a 4-bedroom house. Daniel's bonus fell short this year and they're stretched. I sat quietly, sensing the inevitable. "We need your college fund," Mom said bluntly. "You've got scholarships, and community college is fine. You can transfer to a university later when things aren't so tight." That fund, set up by Dad before the divorce, promised by Mom for my education, was my lifeline to cover what scholarships wouldn't. "That's my money," I said softly. "Dad saved it for my education." Veronica rolled her eyes. "Don't be selfish, Lena. This is for your niece and nephews. Should Caleb sleep in a closet so you can go to some elite university?" I protested. "I've worked so hard, 4.0 GPA, multiple jobs. Those scholarships don't cover everything." Veronica snapped. "Take out loans like everyone else. We have a mortgage, that's life." Mom added, "Or stay home and go to community college, it's cheaper." Something inside me broke. Years of yielding to their demands gave way to defiance. "No," I said, the word heavy in the silence. Mom blinked, unaccustomed to resistance. "Excuse me." "No," I repeated louder. "That money is for my education, not Veronica's house." Mom's face hardened. "This isn't up for debate, Lena. Your sister has a family to support." "And I have a future to build," I shot back, voice breaking. "I've earned this." Veronica scoffed. You know nothing about responsibility. Try raising 3 kids. Tears welled up, but I held them back. This isn't fair, and you know it. Mom stood, arms crossed. If that's your attitude, you have a choice. Accept this or pack your bags and figure it out on your own. You're 18 now. The ultimatum hung heavy. Veronica smirked, expecting me to cave as always. But I was done. I'll pack, I said, standing calmly. Their shock was almost satisfying, but fear overwhelmed me. Don't be dramatic, Veronica sneered. Where would you go? I didn't answer. In my room, I packed clothes, toiletries, my laptop, and essential documents, leaving family photos behind. Mom appeared as I zipped my suitcase. You're being ridiculous. Sleep on it and we'll talk tomorrow. There's nothing to talk about, I said, eerily calm. You've made your choice, I'm making mine. I walked out into the night and no one stopped me. For 2 weeks, I slept in my car in a Walmart parking lot, using my work uniform as a pillow. I worked 3 jobs, showered at a cheap gym, and told no one. On day 15, my computer science professor, Clara Hughes, noticed me dozing in the library. Her kind eyes broke my resolve, and I spilled everything. That night, she took me to her home and offered her guest room. It's yours until you sort things out, she said. No one should face this alone. Professor Hughes became my mentor, helping me secure scholarships, navigate financial aid, and land an internship that changed my life. That night of rejection showed me my resilience and the power of chosen family. With her support, I attended a state university with a strong computer science program, not my dream school, but good enough. Unlike my peers, I worked multiple jobs, waitressing, help desk, freelance coding, while maintaining a perfect GPA. Sleep and socializing were luxuries I couldn't afford. In college, I met Isabella Tran, a brilliant but chaotic student who became my best friend and business partner. We balanced each other. My methodical coding complemented her flair for design. In our junior year, we envisioned SENS, a financial app for young adults like us, living paycheck to paycheck. Existing tools catered to the wealthy, so we filled the gap. Using campus resources, we built a prototype for visualizing spending, automating savings, and building credit. Classmates loved it, and professors were impressed. After graduation, we faced a choice: safe corporate jobs or our risky startup. Remembering Professor Hughes's advice, the riskiest path can lead to the greatest rewards, we chose SENS. We moved into a cramped, roach-infested apartment, coding and designing relentlessly. Rejections piled up. Investors dismissed us as too young or misguided. College kids don't care about finances, one scoffed. But a small business grant and a marketing hire turned things around. We pivoted to target recent graduates with student loans, and SENS grew, first slowly, then explosively after a tech blog feature and an influencer's endorsement. Our user base soared from thousands to hundreds of thousands. I had little contact with my family. Mom called 3 months after I left, not to apologize, but to confirm they'd used my college fund for Veronica's house. Dad sent occasional texts, but we remained distant. I focused on SENS and my new life. Years later, we moved to a proper office, hired staff, and turned SENS into a full-fledged financial platform. 5 years in, a major fintech company offered to buy us out for a life-changing sum. After negotiations, Isabella and I sold, becoming multimillionaires at 30. The scared 18-year-old in her car felt like a different person. With financial security, I invested wisely, funded scholarships for first-generation students, and bought a $960,000 craftsman-style home. 4 bedrooms, hardwood floors, a wraparound porch, and a big backyard. It needed work, but I saw its potential. As I signed the closing papers, I reflected on the irony. My college fund was taken for Veronica's home, yet I'd built this through my own grit. Then came an unexpected message from Dad, who'd read about SENS sale. He'd moved back to Boston after another divorce and wanted to meet. Our coffee meeting was awkward but healing. He apologized for his absence and admitted he knew about the college fund but felt powerless. He revealed Veronica and Daniel were struggling financially after Daniel's company restructured, forcing them to downsize to a townhouse. Mom still propped them up. They don't know about your success, Dad said. I wasn't sure how to feel. Part of me wanted them to know I'd thrived, part of me preferred silence. As my home renovations finished, I planned a housewarming party, inviting Dad, Mom, Veronica, and Daniel after much thought. Isabella warned I might regret it, but I needed closure. Dad accepted quickly, Mom was surprised but agreed, and Veronica texted, "Excited to see how you're doing." The housewarming day was bright. The house was perfect: cozy living room, gourmet kitchen, spacious dining area, and 4 inviting bedrooms. Isabella arrived with champagne, still skeptical. "You sure about this?" she asked. "I need to close this chapter," I replied, nerves fraying. Guests arrived: tech colleagues, neighbors, Professor Hughes. At 4:30, Dad showed up, visibly impressed. "This is incredible, Lena," he said. He mentioned Mom and Veronica were on their way. My stomach churned. When they arrived, Mom barely aged, Veronica with new stress lines, Daniel looking worn, and their kids, James, Freya, and Caleb. I welcomed them stiffly. The kids, shy but curious, went upstairs to the game room after I pointed it out. Veronica's eyes scanned the house, calculating. During the tour, she commented on the backyard's play potential and the spacious closets, while Mom noted the decor. "This must have cost a fortune," Mom murmured in the master suite. "It was an investment," I said, "but I've been lucky." Veronica pressed. "Dad mentioned an app." I shared a brief version of my success, watching their faces shift from curiosity to shock. "You sold your company for millions," Veronica squeaked. "We did," I said simply. As the party continued, I noticed Mom and Veronica whispering intensely. Daniel, detached, networked with my tech guests. During my speech thanking everyone, Veronica interrupted. "As Lena's sister, I want to say something. Family is everything, and this house is perfect for ours." The room hushed. With Daniel's job issues and the kids needing good schools, this is exactly what we need. Mom chimed in. "We're so proud of Lena for creating a space for family." Veronica clarified. "This house is wasted on one person. Lena's single, no kids, and clearly doing well. Our kids need this stability." Mom added, "Lena, a condo downtown would suit you better. This would mean everything to your sister." Veronica was already planning: James in the bay window room, Freya in the purple one, Caleb with space for toys. The audacity stunned me. After 14 years, they expected me to hand over my home. Calmly, I connected my phone to the TV. "I have something to show you." I displayed a restraining order from 14 years ago, filed after they forced me out. "You gave me an ultimatum on my 18th birthday," I said. "Accept the loss of my college fund or leave." I left. I slept in my car for 2 weeks in a Boston winter. Mom protested. "We didn't kick you out. You chose to leave." Veronica called it a disagreement. I swiped to another document: credit reports and loan applications in my name, opened post-eviction. "Someone used my identity for 3 credit cards and a $45,000 loan," I said. "The money went to your joint account, Daniel." He looked sick. "You said that was a gift from your mother," he told Veronica. She deflected. "Mom arranged it." Professor Hughes interjected. "That's identity theft, a felony." I showed the police report and proof I paid off the $45,000 debt myself over 3 years, working multiple jobs. Daniel was stunned. Mom accused me of playing the victim. Dad, angry, admitted he knew about the college fund but not the fraud. I revealed more: Veronica's secret investments in 6 failed ventures, costing $200,000. Daniel was livid, unaware of the losses. The room grew tense. Guests shifted uncomfortably. "You came here to claim my home," I said, "assuming I'd sacrifice again. That stops now." Mom accused me of lacking compassion. "Where was your compassion when I was homeless?" I countered. "I'm not evicting anyone, but I'm keeping my home. I'll fund education accounts for the kids, they're innocent. That's family helping family done right." Veronica snapped. "We don't need your charity." Mom grabbed her purse. "We're leaving." I reminded her the kids were upstairs. Daniel stayed, needing answers about their finances. As Mom and Veronica left, Isabella stepped forward, ready to support me as the room exhaled. Thank you for watching my story. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more real-life stories, get more experiences.